Let's go to our consent items. Item 5.1, approval of tonight's agenda and approval of October 15, 2024 council meeting minutes. And council, with your permission, I'd like to move item 7.1, the presentation of this great group of young men and women, to move that up to right after this item before our citizens' comments. Would that be okay? All right, great, thank you. So if everybody's okay with that, we'll approve item 5.1 by general consent. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to item number 7.1. We have a presentation recognition of the Washington Terrace Titans Pee Wee WFFL Mini Bowl champions. Let's hear your cheer. Hold on, we got a cheer. We got a cheer. Very good. Oh, that's great. That's great. You know, seeing a group like this is fantastic. We've never had this many people in this council room. We almost did one time when I said, I'm going to raise all your taxes. We almost had that many people in this council room, but I don't think we've ever had quite this many. But no, I'm not raising taxes. No, we're not. So, promise. Okay. We would like to recognize these gentlemen. What a fantastic opportunity. What a fantastic challenge. I've been to a couple mini bowls in past years, and they're tough. They're tough to win. And you guys took it to them on that one. I don't think they had a chance after halftime, did they? It was pretty good. It was pretty darn good. Tonight, we'd like to recognize each and every one of you players. We've got a certificate that has been signed by all of the city council, by Tom Hanson, our city manager, and of course by Carlos Grava, our great coordinator. See, Carlos comes in and he makes us all champions just right away. So Carlos does a fantastic job, and to get that field looking like it does for home games, great job, Carlos. Appreciate you. So is it? I've heard that. I haven't been to too many, but great. No, it does. He does a great job on that. Does a great job. So, well, who's got the certificates? What we're going to do is we're going to have, is it Coach Roland? Okay, we're going to have Coach Roland come on the other side of this, and we're going to have him give the names of the player or the coach, and then we will come down there and say we'll have the player come up and we'll shake their hand, or we'll give you a fist bump, or we'll do something. Okay, so council members, come on down.
Sorry. All right, just say their names then.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, we got Wesley Afuvai. And then we got Jeffrey Bancroft. We got Corbin Benyon. We got Corbin Blake. Okay. We got Zayden Boney. Hunter Cannon. Weston Fackrell. Hudson Furlan. Son of former Councilman Randy Furlan. Bryson Fleming. Lyric Garcia. Ignacio Nachin Gomez. Kevin Martinez. Noel Montañez. Cooper Munns. Giovanni Murillo. Nico Murillo. Reese Nelson. Joseph Sandberg. Misha Smugluk. Vitaly Smugluk. Bowen Taylor. Mad Max Thomas. Cruz Williams. Then we like to appreciate the coaches. We got former councilman Randy Firmlin, Brett Mason Bothorpe, Mike Thomas. Oh, come on. Mason Bothorpe is a former Titan player. We got Coach Josh Taylor. We got big Coach Josh Boney. And then we got Coach Roland Murillo. Yeah, we just want to appreciate Carlos. We can't thank him enough for his support of the boys. Eyes. So when we can't say enough about Carlos, councilman, he does a great job. He cares about these kids. He puts them first, and we appreciate that. We appreciate the city support. We appreciate everyone being so happy about these boys, and this especially, this recognition for them, I think is huge. This will be something they'll remember forever, and we just thank everybody saying we're the Titans. Woo!
Great job. Great job. Great job. Hold on, don't leave yet. Okay. Don't leave yet. Okay, we want to hear that cheer again, but we want to hear you standing up. So somebody get this on video. Somebody get that on. Hold on, hold on. All of you stand up. Come on, guys. Come on, cheerleaders. Yeah, you have to cheer too. All right, thank you. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, kids. Thank you, parents. Thank you for getting these kids to practice every night, and we appreciate you. You guys can surely stay for the whole meeting, but you don't have to. Poor Amy. And then there was one. That's right. That's right. Hey, how's Randy? Hey, how's Randy doing? Oh. Be a couple days. Be a couple days. He'll be okay by Thursday. No. Okay. Well, I gave him a shout out. I gave Carlos a shout out for it. Okay. Oh,
Amy, we expect a cheer for citizen comments.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a church cheer or something.
Who she is, mighty, mighty Amy.
Yeah, totally. We can get behind that.
She's got it.
Oh, okay. Man,
Oh, let me push start.
we have to do that over? That's awesome. That is awesome.
That's exciting.
That is exciting. Glad to,
Enthusiasm of youth is.
yes, yes.
And we would say we got more football, we're gonna play right in.
Okay. Oh, nice. Very good. Good luck. Good. Those are talented kids. You win the mini bowl, you gotta be pretty good. That'd be pretty good, win that mini bowl, so. Okay, let's get back to our agenda. Looks like we're to citizen comments. We got a chair. Let's move on. I'll bet we have one. Amy, come on up. Presentation, recognition of the Washington. No, yeah.
Take the mic down.
Oh, yeah. Well, mic down, sorry.
Pull it down onto the,
There you go.
much better.
Amy from the Methodist Church. Boy, I feel like I was surrounded by royalty for a minute there. Champions. This community is so great, isn't it? I mean, that we love being a part of it as well. And you know, those are our future leaders, those little guys. And
Yeah.
so that was pretty exciting to see. Okay, just have the November newsletter here. We just had our fall or holiday boutique last weekend. If you had a chance to make it, it was very busy. And just a reminder that all of the proceeds for that go to the Rise Against Hunger event that we have in the spring, where we put together 20,000 meals that get shipped all over the world. So successful weekend. In November, we have our community Thanksgiving dinner coming up. That'll be on November 23 at 5 o'clock. It's free for the community. There's always a ton of food left over and a lot of people come. So just something to mark on your calendar. And I was also asked to mention that the first week of December 8th, we will have our handbell choir concert, and there's also a dinner. That's all free to the community as well. But the handbells for the holiday season is really something to be a part of in the audience. So just
And what
wanted
time is-
to invite you to that.
What time is that, the handbell?
The bell concert,
Yes, sorry, I missed that.
December 8th at 5:30 is when the dinner will start, and the concert starts at 6:30. So
Thank
you're welcome to come to both or just one or whatever you'd like to do. I wanted to make sure you were all invited. So that's all I had for tonight.
Great. Amy, thank you. Busy time of the year for you, isn't it? That's okay. Busy time of the year for everybody, but it's good to give and it's good to be thankful, and it's just super. You got some flyers over there for us? Do you have a few? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna have to grab one of those, catch all those dates. Can't get them all on my calendar that quick, so. Anybody else? Public comment? Seeing none? We'll move on to our new business, care of item 7.1. That was awesome. We'll move to 7.2, discussion/motion, approval of Romer Park conceptual designs, development and construction documents and associated costs. Okay, it's like Carlos is going to take care of this one.
Big night, Carlos.
Good,
Big knock.
good night. Good evening, Mayor, council members. So I'm here to get approval for the, the use of the blue line designs for our conceptual development and construction documents for phase 3 and 4 of Romer Park. These costs, they're already in our budget. We had a budget left over from phase 1 and 2. We could, in phase 1 and 2, what we could do, really maximize our grants and our city funds. So we did a lot of phase 3 and 4 already, and then we have these left over. But we had, for the master plan, one company, and Blue was one of them that wanted to do the master plan, was really close. We went to another company, but for this rest of the project, we feel that this company, they have more expertise in what we want to accomplish, and they can help us to really finish the area of the park and maximize future grants and everything. So the total cost could be up to 29,840, and we have this amount already in our budget. We actually have some leftover. You can see in our staff report shows there the financial impact. So I'm just here to ask for approval to sign a contract with this company, Blue Line Designs.
Okay. Did you say 24, 8, 29?
Yeah.
What do I have in here? 24, 8?
So is in the proposal, we have up to 24, and then we have 5,000 extra, because after everything is done, if we need to use them, they're gonna charge us hourly, and then
Right.
we have a contingency of 5,000.
Construction period services.
Yes.
That's where that will go. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, questions?
Since I'm new since you started phase 1 and 2, this is a typical process for designing and working with the park and what you're going to be doing with it, is to have a design company come in and do all of this type of stuff, correct?
Correct, yes.
When phase 1 and 2 were designed, and we obviously had 3 and 4 as part of that because we've gone into it.
Yes.
Was that not part of the original plan, is to go through there?
Yes.
I guess my question is, why are we having to do this at this point? Was it not already taken care of at the beginning?
Because when we have the master plan, we have a vision what to do. But once we start working on phase 1 and really work on the area there and the hill and everything, start changing, the plans start changing. And then we have the opportunity to get a federal grant that we had to change where the south corner, we changed our retention. We could use a federal grant for some green infrastructure. So we reduced the area, open up for a new playground, a outdoor playground. So we changed the plan. So once we start working on the master plan, the project evolved. So we could, to maximize the grant and construct, change, give you more to the project. We change a lot. In the hill, we had to change due to the way the construction was going. So we did a lot already to the hill. We did a lot for phase 3, but everything changed a little bit from the initial project. So when you get to the phase 1, phase 2, we use Jones, that was the company from the master plan. And they did some concepts for us. Master plan was a guide for us. Once you get to the project itself, they still have to do some designs for us. So phase 1, we use Jones. Phase 2, we use Jones. But phase 3 and 4, we feel that they don't have the expertise of this company has to offer. What they have in the master plan really is not where we're going right now with all the changes. So that's why we're asking for approval to use Blue, because the project itself evolved to something different, something better.
So the 3 and 4 that we have already accomplished was kind of in the master plan that Jones worked on as a
Yes.
vision, but the changes are such that it's necessary to.
Yeah, the changes were due when we start working on the area itself, you know, due to the way the layout was, we start seeing that we could do more, and then we start changing, but now change the project that was in the master plan, initially in the master plan.
Mind if I keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going.
All right, so then when I was reading through the proposal and what they were going to be doing, it talked about the bathrooms and different things that they were going to have.
Yeah.
They recommended that what they were designing was to have nothing that was unusual, but kind of an already built structure, something that they would bring in. I was thinking of modular home type things that that's what we're looking at then with their proposal. And then they said, yeah, there were 4 different components that they were working with, correct? That there were costs that were
Yes,
dealing with it.
yeah.
And then that extra part about if it goes further, then it's per hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's an hourly charge. And that's if in the construction phase, if we need help, they would come here and assist, and it would be hourly instead of a set.
So that's the next question, is because it says what they're doing is getting ready then to put a proposal out for bid. So then we are going to have construction companies or whoever
Yes.
would bid on it. And
Correct.
if they needed further instruction, that's when we would bring in Blue.
Yeah, during the construction phase, not after the bid is done, the construction is going to start. Then if we need some help, because it can change, once you start to work in the project itself, it can change something, and
And
then
that's when the
that's
hourly
when they would
comes.
come. Yeah, we would ask them to come.
Okay, I
And
wanna-
then that's where we have the 5,000 contingency to use for this hourly.
How did that play into phase 1 and 2? Did you have to bring in Jones to do some of that with the construction at the time? Are we looking at having to do some of that, would you assume?
We don't know until we start the project, but yeah, Jones did extra, besides the master plan, they did extra work once we start phase 1 and then phase 2, because we need new designs. The master plan, if you look in the master plan, there's the general design, but then you have some conceptuals and other designs that you use for apply for a grant, like ramp, for example. They want to see what we're looking for, and then is where the extra hours enter. And Jones did that for phase 1 and phase 2, because the designs that in the master plan is really the guide, basic, and then we have to go further once you start the project, or you're gonna apply or bid. You need more information.
So will this new company, Blue, be redesigning, so to speak, what we already have and then putting the new things that we wanted?
Yeah,
You said it's changed, so.
yeah. So they're gonna come and see the area. They're gonna use the base that we already have for master plan and then build it from there, what we change now. For example, the bathrooms, before we would have a Bowery there, but after studying and seeing other cities and seeing really how the area was going, we changed it for a smaller bathroom because of our capacity. If we have a big bathroom and a Bowery there, right now we don't have capacity to maintain. And since we have the opportunity to do something better, we think that's better to have the shade structures separate. We're gonna have a shade structures separate, and the bathroom is gonna be unisex bathroom. Is gonna be 2 stalls, but it's men and women can use both sides.
And no Bowery anymore?
No Bowery. We're gonna have shade structure, individual shade structures. Yeah, and then we didn't have the playground in the master plan, but now we're gonna have a outdoor playground with the idea is to have boulders and wood structures and like more for older kids, the area, and then we have the younger kids already there, the playground.
Thank you, Carlos, for answering my questions. That really helped me to understand my thought process with it better. Thank you.
Yeah.
So are we doing designs for all five or all the parks or just for Romer at this point?
No, just for this project. This is just for the phase 3 and 4 and the south entrance, which we have the base for south entrance. And if we need, if we can, see that we're gonna get ramp to help with that, we're gonna add the south entrance to the phase 4. So we are trying to maximize whatever we can in the project. So that's why it's getting bigger, let's say, the project.
Sure. I guess you asked pretty much several of my questions, so awesome. So is this pretty normal, just for my knowledge? Like, you know, we all saw the parks master plan and
Yeah.
obviously in my limited knowledge, it was like, okay, we have the plan, so we just go and make that. Yay. So when I first saw the agenda, I'm like, well, we have the design. I'm seeing that. Is this normal, or that we kind of grow out of our older plan, or like, you know, now we have to contract a new company to do the next phase design, or is this something that just happened in this project?
Well, to my knowledge, this happened in this project because, like I said, evolved from the master plan. But if we, let's say if we continue the master plan, we're still gonna have to use Jones to do this type of work.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Because the master plan, if you see, is just the base, it's just our guideline. But then we need construction designs that is not in the master plan. And you can really do it in the master plan because once you start working there, it changes. Like maybe, please Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, like a sewer or water or something has to change. They have to redo the project, you know, have to redo the engineering part. So that's why it's not in the master plan. The master plan is our guide. We see there what we want. But once we start working, especially these projects that are phases, phase 1 and 2 impact phase 3 and phase 4 and so forth.
Can I jump in with you for a minute, Carlos?
Yeah.
The master plan, as that was set up, gives an indication of the direction we're going. Like it had the pickleball court, had the playground, a restroom area, a rustic playground, the dog park, and kind of a people place up on top. Those were conceptual, but they weren't detailed. So when we went into phase 1 and 2, we worked with Jones because Jones is more of an infrastructure design firm. They do road, curb, gutter, sidewalks. They work on the engineering aspects of infrastructure. So when you look at the things that went on in phase 1 and 2, those were very infrastructure oriented, whether they were the underground or the curb, gutter, and sidewalk, the layout for the pickleball courts and how that would be configured. So they do all the engineering type work, the configuration for that. And that's all very Jones oriented. So as we transition from that high engineer area, which Blue has engineering understanding and background, but they go into an environment where it's more, okay, how do we make this that recreation area? How does that feel for the rustic playground? What are the things, those components, those detail components that can make that recreation environment work well with the slope, with the dog park, and up on top with the people place? So they take the concept, bring it down to the detail plans, and then they put the documents together so they can be ready for bid, and it's bid documents is what those are called. So they take it from the hey, this is what we're going to do. Now we put it into an environment where you have the measurements, those detail measurements that are right down in the weeds. So it comes from the weeds up to that mid-level, the low level, and then your conceptual and that master planning is up here at about, you know, I'm not going to say 30,000, but the 10,000 foot level. You're pretty high level on that. So it just focuses it tighter and tighter. And during the project, we manage most of our projects in-house. And so the detail management, Carlos and Jake work on that to take care of that. But occasionally we'll have to reach out to the design firm to help us work through challenges or whatever that comes up during the construction phase. TMI? Too much information?
That's good.
No,
Is that-
that's good because, yeah, I mean,
Still a little confusing,
yeah,
for sure.
we did a master plan 20 years ago. Then we redid it 5 years ago.
3.
not quite like,
I think they were
3.
finishing it up when I
so it's
joined
kind
the
of,
council.
right, but and then we kind of, yeah, kind of redid the whole area, and then we
Mhm.
decided Romer was, and we said, hey, yeah, this would be cool here, this would be cool here, and then we started looking at costs, and it was like, oh, wow, we better, but you continue on and you do it in phases, and then you let things change as you go through those phases, so, no, I like it. I really like it. And if a big Bowery is not what they do anymore, they do individual, shade little structures for, different things. And it's gotta be a lot cheaper than a big Bowery. And so,
Well, we've got the Bowery at Little Romer, but
yeah,
we should
Yeah.
probably keep it nice.
well, I think that's, in the next plan, that would be to replace that Bowery. I know there's plans to do that, but
Future.
in the future, yeah, a little bit down the
But we
road.
do have a Bowery available within the
Right.
park.
Yeah.
The second one
Right.
is not as necessary.
Okay. Here I go again on my wish list is, the street lights as you go from the pickleball court to the baseball fields. Those street lights, you got like 3 or 4 of them. They're so nice. Any chance we can sneak up and continue those over across the back of the parking lot there, the front of the parking lot? Put one going up the hill for security reasons in Romer Park.
We, well, in
We
this
just gotta take
particular
the-
project, we cannot, because it's really separate from the area we're gonna use. So, for example, ramp wouldn't approve a grant
Okay.
for that, but
Okay.
we can do a separate grant, a separate project. Yes, we can work on that, make a plan for it.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not that big. It's just 3 or 4 lights that would light up that whole, the sheriffs would love us for it. That place is dark at nights. It's dark, except for that one road. It's so beautiful down there, so, yeah, I'm gonna get those. Before I leave, I'm gonna get those. I don't know what I'm gonna leave, but. So, I'm gonna get those. We're gonna get those lights in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, Mike?
The connector trail, where is that for?
Is the trail that comes from behind from the south road, the new road, comes all the way up, close to the, baseball field behind the pickleball courts, and then go up all the way to the, south side of the water tank. And there we're gonna have there's where we're gonna connect with the south entrance project. We're gonna have a sidewalk coming all the way down. We're gonna have an ADA there in both the corner of the street and then right in front of the trail, just to connect. And that's part of the master plan, because in the master plan, when it's done, the whole Romer Park is gonna be a big trail, like a walking trail. I really don't know how many miles are gonna be, but it's the whole park, all the way north to south is gonna be a trail system there. Yeah.
Now, would that be where the trail coming up from Riverdale would hook to that possibly? And
Well, possibly in the
Close
future,
to it.
yeah.
that would be a
yeah.
way to maybe get up and
Uh-huh.
continue over.
Yeah, and then we go, I think we discussed in the past, it has to cross the railroad.
Yeah.
So that's a big,
Right.
project because,
It's gonna be
yeah,
a big
you
effort.
have to work with the, Pacific, or I don't remember the company that,
Union Pacific.
Union Pacific, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big.
So
ask.
that's a big, yeah, it's a big one.
That's about where it's gonna, isn't it gonna come up that hill and come up to about right there?
We've got some private property owners we need to be visiting with
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on there and strategize. But yeah, that would come up basically up that road that is behind the gate.
Right.
There's a gate right
Uh-huh.
there to come up.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then connect, and then
right.
it's like a big
Yeah.
trail inside the park.
Okay.
There's in the master plan. Yeah.
Cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, any other questions for Carlos? Well, let's get this thing approved. I'll entertain a motion to approve conceptual designs from Blue.
I'll make a motion for the approval of Romer Park conceptual designs, development and construction documents and associated costs from Blue Line Designs.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you.
Okay. Item number 8, council communication with staff. Jill, can we start with you this week?
Yeah, I'm just looking at our calendar. We've got 2 more council meetings this year. And then we move into January, where we start a lot of work sessions on budgeting. So I want to make sure that we're putting priority on work sessions so that we can finish up with the chicken ordinance before that budget session gets in, so that we don't have to delay and make that take the back seat again like we had to this year. That's
Okay.
everything.
Good idea. Get it done, okay.
Um,
See?
Nothing specific. One thing came to my attention. Probably a lot of you know that we have a blessing box in the city. That actually helps a lot of people. So apparently there's been a lot of vandalism regarding that. And I think it's next to the auto shop. So they've been told, because it brings so much unwanted attention sometimes, because they're a private business. Out of their goodness, they wanted to host that, but I guess it's bringing too much attention to them, and they told the person who hosts that to find a new place. So I don't know, like what I know based on my limited knowledge, a lot of people gets benefited from that. I know that's a private matter, but I'm just bringing this to everyone's attention. Not that I'm asking the city to host or sponsor a spot. I don't know if that's something we do, because that's something a lot of people in the community gets benefited from. I'm just bringing it into all of your attention that if you have any recommendation, or if we have anything in the city property, any location where that thing can be moved to, I think that's something a lot of people in the community need. So I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there.
The thing that's nice about the general location it is, it's within walking distance of so many people that it can help.
Right.
It's unfortunate that it's causing some challenges.
Yeah, well, what it is, like, they don't have like security like we do in parks. So the person from that store or business saw like their kids hanging from the door, someone pulled food and just threw it on the ground. So obviously private business, that was just too much. So I don't really blame them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, since it's such a positive thing for our community, if there's something we could do, like find a spot or recommend a spot, I just thought I'd bring it to everyone's attention.
I think my wife showed me an article on that or something. Must've been the same one, but I think you have many more elementary school kids walking past that on their way to school and way home from school, and I think it's just too big of a temptation there.
Oh, really?
So I don't know. That's the thing, it's such a great spot. So many people.
Perhaps the organizations need to ask the school if they can go in and tell a little bit about it, try to educate the kids about it. Maybe they'd be more.
Maybe, but I guess at this point, it's
Yeah,
too late.
Yeah, I gotta find a new
And it's
space.
not even an organization, it's like just a couple of ladies from the city, and everyone kind of donates to it. And because I don't know if you noticed, like in the group, there's a lot of help posts and people forward them to like, hey, either food in there. And a lot of people gets benefited from it, so.
It's a really neat way that neighbors are helping neighbors.
Right.
Such a direct, quality visceral help, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
It's cool little project. Can cause some challenges though, obviously, but
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Z. Sure.
I had the opportunity to attend the Terrace Plaza Playhouse presentation that they did with Sister Act, and went and as they shared their vision for their youth center that they're going to be working with there, and they've already launched their campaign for raising funds. So anybody that is interested in that, please check out the Terrace Plaza Playhouse. They have amazing things that are happening in the community, and I've been to different performances there, and there's some really high quality, some really fun things there. So I really appreciate the people who run the Playhouse and their dedication to the community. They were talking about their youth program that they've done this past year. They said that they actually had to close the admittance time for it because I think they had increased it to 90 participants, and they had hundreds they turned away. So it is a very, very viable activity in our community. And of course, it's bringing in people from all over, but sitting right here in the heart of our community, our kids will benefit so greatly from that. So I encourage everyone to check that one out. The other thing is,
So Cheryl, so what is it, a school?
no,
Training?
it's,
What are they calling it? People are asking me. I'm like, I don't.
I wish I should pull up my email about it, but
I think academy.
it's an
What?
academy.
Oh, an academy, like a,
And they're going
Okay.
to be holding, they have coaches that will help
oh, okay.
teach the kids different things. They're going to have little classes and that the kids will attend, working with self-confidence, presentation,
Okay.
all the different parts with that. And they want to create it. So right now, the academy is run a lot during the summertime, of course, when many kids are more available, but they'd like to see if they can get this really going year round. They had some youth actually do a little mini performance for us that night that had been in the academy this past summer. Just a small group with them, and the participation is there. The kids were just, it builds confidence. Having worked with children in theater performance before, it is an amazing opportunity for children to grow and build confidence and learn reading skills and presentation and how to project their voice and stand with authority when they're addressing people. There's so much that goes into theater production that is just amazing opportunities for our youth to progress into leadership roles. Truly, it is.
Yeah.
So
So do they want to build a building? Did I hear
yeah,
they
it's a
wanted to
total
build a?
building that they're going to do on
an
that
academy?
property that's with
Okay.
the
Okay.
parking lot area.
That's what I thought.
They have
Okay.
the conceptual design of the building all put
Mm.
together, all ready to go. So it was pretty exciting to see their vision and where they're headed towards it. So
They've been working with our building department and planning commission and our engineer team on making sure that everything's ready to go. They're doing a great job moving forward. And where they'll be bringing in additional tax increment, that would be a project that we could consider for some help with our RDA funds that are available for that area. It would be very, very appropriate where you're actually building a building that will create tax increment. So something that we can look at quite seriously and be able to help out.
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
They're very good at receiving ramp grants also. They do a
Yep.
lot in the ramp grant area, so she'll do well, so,
our little community theaters,
yeah.
it's pretty impressive.
Well, it's kind of fun. We helped them with RDA money
Mhm.
several years ago, and it kind of jump-started them again.
Yep.
And I think it's made them stronger. And so I think we've really done our part with them to help them push even further. So good for them. That's awesome.
Second thing
Awesome.
is thank you very much to Tom for pulling off the staff appreciation lunch that they had the other day.
Thank you.
It was really nice. I had the opportunity with my schedule. I got to come over and be among the staff and see their joy, and they appreciated the recognition and the opportunity to get together here. You did a really nice job with that, and thank you again for recognizing them and helping them to feel important. 'cause they are so important to the city.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
They invite the crossing guards. Crossing guards are there all the time, so that's good. That's awesome. Okay, Michael?
The only concern that's been brought up to me is a lot of the stop signs, people are parking too close to it. So it's becoming kind of a hazard for cars to try and go around it.
Good.
And so I've had requests for it. or, uh, Sure.
You got it.
Shouldn't be there, but
Yeah. Okay.
that's everything I got.
That's it? Okay. Yeah, we have some new parking announcements we can put on cars. I was gonna bring those tonight, but I didn't have any of those. No, Martin has those. He's put a little more information on those big orange warning or informational things we put on cars for winter parking come December 1st. So they are working on that. I just wanted to say thank you to the council and to our staff and to, our whole team for, nights like this are what we serve for, is we give our community a brand new fire truck. We work hard on that. Staff works hard on that. We basically give the city a brand new fire truck. It just makes you feel so good inside. That's why we do this. And then we provide recreational programs that bring kids up, and those kids will be friends forever, And so you get a good director, you provide them with good stuff, a good place to play, got the best field in the whole area, and good things happen, and that's, it's a fun night. It was a fun night, so that's why we serve, and I guess that's why we'll come back next year, right? And we'll try to do it all over again. But great, just thanks to everyone, council, and all of your team, Tom, just fantastic, So love it. Tom, anything for us?
Yeah, I've got a few little items.
Okay,
We're working with the CTC right now on a grant to fund a camera in Lions Park. You guys are probably aware, we've had some challenges there with everything from assaults, litter, loitering, fights, all kinds of shenanigans. So we're working with CTC for a grant to get some cameras in that environment. They won't be right in the Bowery. They'll actually be away on a pole up high, so hopefully minimize any damage. We actually have Connext has ran a fiber line over to a junction box. We're just waiting to see whether or not this grant is going to land and to help fund the cameras. So that's there. Parking ordinance, we're working on that right now to rewrite it. We realized that there were some things that were in there that were just obsolete, and we needed to tighten up the ordinance for on-street parking for various trailers and businesses and things that have just really become kind of a challenge. So we're working with legal and Martin and Tyler, myself, to try to be able to get that put together to make sure we get something to you for review and approval. That will be coming to you for initial review, probably for our next council meeting. That's what I'm anticipating. City Hall, we have Connext Fiber run into City Hall, and that will be going live in the next. Will be cut over from Comcast to Connext in the next week or so, and we'll be running with fiber going forward. Again, the fiber's been run into Lions Park. We're going to be setting up we have actually a federal mandate to change government websites, emails, and any of the internet related reference for government has to be a .gov. So we've been working with our IT with Jason and setting us up so that our emails will be changed over to a .gov, and we will also be changing our webpage from a .com. I think what are we at now for a webpage? It's .com, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're going to be changing from .com to .gov. on the Washington Terrace City webpage. On our emails, we're looking at changing that so that there's still an identifier, but it'll be just WashingtonTerrace.gov instead of the Washington Terrace City. It gets a little clunky,
Yeah.
on all of that. So we, staff actually talked WTC.gov. And we thought maybe that might be just a little
Yeah.
too tight. But we're gonna WashingtonTerrace.gov. We checked, I actually went on and requested that today. They're reviewing it, but it said that it is available.
Hmm.
So WashingtonTerrace.gov, we'll be looking at doing that going forward. In the meantime, while we wait for that to come online, we'll be changing over to an automatic change in the background from WashingtonTerraceCity.org. And it will work with .gov as well, with the old preface of, Tom at WashingtonTerraceCity.org, as well as the new one, which is Tom H. Washington, you know what I'm saying? So it'll continue to stack and work, but as the old email gets more and more obsolete, we'll just drop that entirely. But in the meantime, our goal is to change it to WashingtonTerrace.gov.
So all of ours will change all of ours eventually.
Yours will all change both in the background and the foreground.
Okay.
So if someone has, like, let's say you have a bunch of emails that are out there of the Mark A at WashingtonTerraceCity.org, they'll still work.
Right.
In the transition, in compliance, you'll have WashingtonTerraceCity.gov. And then we're gonna insert the opportunity for Washington Terrace